Uh, Hi, I'm creating a video about Zebra TC15 and the Motorola TLK 100. The Zebra TC15 is a capacitive touchscreen 6.5-inch screen. Uh, it is an Android 11. It can be upgraded to Android 13, so which is the latest. It has a dedicated PTT button and a dedicated camera button. Uh, and so you can run our Wave PTX app on it. Now, there is a use case for this whereby customers who want to see a screen or want to do a cellular calling and PTT, want to do scanning, barcode scanning, can choose the Zebra TC15. Uh, Whereas the Motorola TLK 100 is a dedicated voice only device which has an inbuilt GPS. So you can do tracking and voice. It's more meant for factory workers, security teams, people that need a voice centric. That means need voice as the main feature. Coming back to the Zebra TC15, it also has a GPS, inbuilt GPS. So it can also be used for tracking purposes. So you can track the user in the field. Just going over the features. So both of them, the Zebra TC15 and the Motorola TLK 100, have a dedicated PTD button. In terms of screens, the Zebra has a 6.5-inch capacitive multi-touch, so you can touch the screen and can use it. Whereas the TLK 100 has a flushed-in LED screen, so this prevents damage of the screen. Right. So if I go back, this LED is flushed in. So if I switch it off, you'll not see anything. So the screen tends not to get damaged, and especially when you give it to security people or people that have in the factory flow have want a rugged device. So TLK 100 is the right device for them. Uh, in terms of microphone, right now, the Zebra phone is really built for uh, some kind of industrial use, but doesn't have a as sensitive microphone as a TLK 100. So in case of uh, you want to speak clearly, you should bring the device very close to you. In case of a Zebra TC15, in the Motorola TLK 100 is built to be used like a walkie-talkie radio, although it works on a LED or Wi-Fi. So again, the TC15 also works on LED on on LTE and Wi-Fi. Um, so in that comparison, both are same. But in terms of microphone, the Motorola TLK 100 is more sensitive. Again, coming to the speaker, the TC15 is built for a warehouse, not really built for on-screen noisy environments like factory floors, on-street or crowded areas, right? It has a decent, so I'm not downplaying the Zebra 15. It's a decent device, but the TLK 100 is built like a radio, so hence the speaker is much more powerful. So if you look at the speaker of a Zebra, it's 1 watt, whereas the Motorola is around 4 watts, right? Now running an app, right? So if you use like an app like WhatsApp or whatever, you need to unlock. You need the app in the foreground, that means in the front. Whereas uh, the TI-100 is not applicable. It runs only the app. So you press the PTT button and you can make a PTT call. In case of Zebra, we need to test if it will work in the foreground. Of course, it will work. We also need to check if the side PTT button works. Uh, Also, will it work in the background? If you're doing something, other app and a call comes in, can I press the side PTT and let it work? And also in the lock screen mode. So we need to test those features, right? Uh, the battery life. The battery life for DC15 is decent, whereas the Motorola is about 18 hours. Uh, of course, it depends on the usage. The use case for Zebra TC15, it can be used for voice, text, video, and barcode scanning. Whereas the Motorola TLK 100, like I mentioned, it's a voice-centric device which can only be used for voice and GPS tracking. Right? Um, in case of Zebra, uh, it does not really have an emergency button, but you can, I guess, program one of the buttons as the emergency button, to the best of my knowledge. In the TLK 100, you can program the menu key as the long press as the emergency using the safeguard package. Fast group scanning, where you want to skip multiple talk groups. So because the Zebra is a display screen, so it doesn't have a fast group scan, but you can scroll through the screen itself and you can go to the appropriate talk group if you have multiple talk groups. In TLK100, it has a fast group scanner. You can scan quickly and move to the talk group that you want to go. So do not mix this with scanning. Talk group scanners, when you hold the channel knob, and it'll keep the channel and you'll go to the channel that you want to make a PDD call to. In terms of other features like broadcast, area-based group call alert, and all the other features, these are features of the Wave PTX application. So yes, they can be both used on the Zebra TC15 and the Motorola TLK100. So my last submission for the people who want to look at devices, Zebra TC15 is good for warehousing, if you want to call that. It's good for if you want to a cellular plus PTT call, and it's a very sensitive device, so it has its use case, right? Motorola TLK100, it is more dedicated towards the factory floor, people on the street, people who are core PTT users who wanted to push to talk type voice calls, one to one or group, or other like broadcast and call alert and all those features, and and the management wants to track the devices, right? So that's where I'll stop for today. So each of them has a use case. My recommendation is understand what is the end user requirement in your organization and then choose appropriate device. Thank you.